Every MLB injury that created a new star player explained. Roy Halladay to Jesse Litch. In case you didn't know, Roy Halladay wasn't just the face of the Blue Jays in the 2000s, he was the rotation. So when he went down in May 2007 with an inflamed shoulder, it felt like a disaster. But then comes a 22-year-old rookie named Jesse Litch. Nobody expected much as he was picked in the 24th round. However, his debut shut everybody up. He went 8 1/3 innings and gave up just 1 run against the A's. The Jays won 5-1 and suddenly had something to smile about, but Litch didn't just show up and fade. The guy kept his cool and kept it coming. He delivered again in July with another strong outing against Boston, this time giving up just 1 run over 6 innings. So while Halladay worked his way back, Litch became a priceless member of the team. He might not have been flashy, but he was reliable when it mattered. Because sometimes when fate takes out your king, your pawn steps in and plays like a knight. And that's exactly what Jesse Litch did. AJ Burnett to Jesse Litch. Yep, it's Jesse Litch again. And you'd think one breakout performance would be enough for a rookie pitcher, but nope, the baseball gods weren't done with Litch just yet. Later that summer, another Blue Jays ace, AJ Burnett, hit the injured list with a sore shoulder. But once again, the answer was Litch. The same 22-year-old with the calm face and the no-nonsense pitching stepped up like a pro. In July, he squared off against the Red Sox again. And just like before, he shut them down. 6 innings, 1 earned run, and the Jays got the win. Boston had some serious bats in 2007, but Litch wasn't fazed one bit. That second chance wasn't just a fluke. He proved he could hang with the big guys. 'Cause for real, it's one thing to surprise people once, it's another to do it twice against a playoff-bound squad like Boston. That stretch of the season gave Litch a reputation as the kid who kept saving the day. He didn't turn into Roy Halladay or AJ Burnett, but he was the substitute star who kept Toronto alive and competitive in a year when injuries kept punching them in the face. Roy Oswalt to Lance Berkman. Now check this out. The Astros are trying to fight for a playoff spot in 2006, and their ace pitcher Roy Oswalt breaks his toe sliding into home. Not exactly how you want your top arm to go out. But guess who stepped up in a huge way? Lance Berkman. Now we all know Berkman wasn't a stranger. But he wasn't the main man either. And when Oswalt went down, Berkman took the weight of the team and put it on his back. He exploded with a .320 batting average, 20 home runs, and 85 RBIs down the stretch. That's MVP-level damage. Berkman basically became the team's heartbeat. He wasn't just hitting well, he was hitting at the exact moments Houston needed it most. Pitchers were scared to face him, and the Astros rode that bat straight into the National League Division Series. But Berkman's post-injury surge wasn't just a hot streak. He kept that fire going into the next 2 seasons, making back-to-back All-Star teams. So, what started as a pitching injury somehow lit a fuse under one of the most underrated sluggers of the 2000s. Chris Carpenter to Adam Wainwright. So let's be real. Nobody wants to lose their ace in September. But that's exactly what happened to the St. Louis Cardinals when Chris Carpenter got shelved with shoulder inflammation. The team looked around and said, "All right, we've got this kid Adam Wainwright who's been chilling in the bullpen. What the heck? Let's see what he can do." And that, my friend, is how legends start. Because Wainwright didn't just do okay. He was ice cold under pressure. And when the Cardinals made it to the postseason, Wainwright got even better. He was on the mound when they clinched the NLCS, and again, when they won the World Series. And let's not forget the scene where he struck out Carlos Beltran, looking at a filthy curveball. That pitch alone made Wainwright a household name. From there, he became one of the most dependable arms in baseball, eventually racking up over 2,000 strikeouts and multiple All-Star nods. Carpenter came back the next year, but Wainwright had already taken his place in fans' hearts. It's crazy how one injury gave birth to another franchise legend. Derek Jeter to Robinson Cano. In 2006, Derek Jeter was battling some serious ankle trouble. At one point, he even sliced his leg open in the dugout after a freak stumble. But while he was in and out of the lineup, the Yankees turned to a young second baseman named Robinson Cano. And that gamble changed everything. Cano brought a smooth swing, crazy defensive range, and just enough swagger to handle the Yankee spotlight. He wasn't trying to be Jeter. He was just doing his own thing. But guess what? It worked. He hit for average, sprayed doubles all over the place, and made some clutch plays that kept the Bronx faithful cheering. Even when Jeter came back full-time, Cano had already made it clear that he wasn't going back to the bench. Amazingly, what started as a short-term fill-in turned into a 12-year All-Star career. He racked up 5 Silver Sluggers, 2 Gold Gloves, and even helped the Yankees win the 2009 World Series. Now that's how you go from Plan B to Bronx royalty. Johan Santana to Francisco Liriano. Now this one had Twins fans both nervous and excited. In May 2006, Johan Santana, Minnesota's golden arm and reigning Cy Young winner, tweaked his hamstring and had to step back for a bit. And just when it seemed like all hope might be slipping, up came this lanky 22-year-old lefty named Francisco Liriano. You may not have known him back then, but by the end of that summer, everyone in baseball did. Liriano took full advantage of his shot and started mowing down hitters like it was a video game. He had a wipeout slider, a sneaky fastball, and zero fear on the mound. This guy actually went 12-3 with a 2.16 ERA through August. That's not just good, that's awesome. His throw was so nasty, hitters looked like they were swinging blindfolded. People were even calling him the left-handed Pedro. Sadly, his electric rookie run was cut short by an elbow injury that led to Tommy John surgery. But make no mistake, his breakout made headlines, gave the Twins a boost, and turned him into a household name overnight. Simply put, Santana's injury gave birth to Liriano mania in Minnesota, and it was wild while it lasted.
Adam Dunn to Ryan Braun. Okay, let's be clear. Adam Dunn didn't technically play for the Brewers, but his injury and the domino effect it caused across the league played a part in clearing the path for Ryan Braun's rise in Milwaukee. The Brewers had been dealing with injuries and inconsistency at third base, and with big names like Dunn and others dealing with physical setbacks, the team needed fresh legs and a hot bat. That's where Ryan Braun comes into the picture. The Brewers called him up in late May 2007, and the kid didn't waste a second. He immediately started smashing baseballs like he had something personal against them. Braun ended his rookie year with a ridiculous .324 average, 34 home runs, and 97 RBIs in just 113 games. I know some folks may think he was just a fill-in, but nah, Braun was a full-on fireworks show. He not only won the Rookie of the Year award, but also became the face of the franchise for years. He shifted from third base to left field and kept mashing. 6 All-Star nods, an MVP award in 2011, and one of the most feared bats in the league for a decade. And all of that started when someone else got hurt, and Braun grabbed his chance with both hands. Hideki Matsui to Johnny Damon. In early 2006, Yankee fans got a real scare when Hideki Matsui went down with a busted wrist after a diving catch attempt. Matsui was a rock in that lineup, and losing him felt like someone stole the engine out of a Ferrari. But instead of falling apart, the Yankees shifted gears and gave Johnny Damon more spotlight than he probably expected that year. Little did they know he was going to be in full beast mode that season. He stepped into more plate appearances, covered extra outfield ground, and flat out produced like a madman. Damon smacked 24 home runs, drove in 80 runs, and scored 115 times. That's not just stepping up, that's grabbing the bull by the horn and making it bend to your will. You may think Damon was always a big name, but that season pushed him from reliable leadoff guy to Yankee legend material. And remember, he was fresh off switching sides from Boston to New York. So yeah, that injury to Matsui sucked, but Damon took the chaos and turned it into a highlight reel season that helped the Yankees snag the AL East crown. Not bad for a guy with flowy hair and a wild swing. Chipper Jones to Ryan Klesko. You already know Chipper Jones was the heartbeat of the Braves in the 90s, right? So when he hurt his hand and had to sit for a few weeks in the summer of 1998, Atlanta fans started sweating like it was 1,000 degrees. But just when things looked shaky, Ryan Klesko showed up like a man on a mission. Klesko had been mostly a platoon guy, known for his raw power but not really a full-time starter. Well, that changed fast, because with Chipper out, Klesko got a chance to play every day. And let's just say he made the most of it. The guy went yard 16 times over a short stretch and racked up a bunch of key hits that helped keep the Braves' offense afloat. He may not have hit .330 or dazzled with defense, but his home runs came at the perfect moments and gave the team the kind of pop they desperately needed. Klesko helped power the Braves right into the playoffs that year and certainly earned more respect in the clubhouse. Mike Trout to Shohei Ohtani. All right, this one right here is absolutely next level. In 2021, Mike Trout went down with a calf injury in mid-May, and had to miss nearly the rest of the season. And in case you don't know, losing Trout is like losing 3 players at once. He's a hitting machine, a base-stealing ninja, and a team leader, all in one. But while Trout sat out, Shohei Ohtani decided to take over the entire sport. Yeah, you may have already known Ohtani was special, but 2021 was the year he turned into a real-life anime character. Because with Trout out, Ohtani got more chances to hit, pitch, run, and just go wild. The dude crushed 46 home runs, stole 26 bases, and also struck out 156 batters as a pitcher. Can you imagine that? This guy basically became a cheat code, as Ohtani won the AL MVP and had the baseball world drooling over his freakish skills. But if Trout never got hurt, maybe Ohtani wouldn't have gotten that much freedom to shine on both sides. So yeah, the Trout injury sucked big time, but it cleared the runway for Shohei to take flight. And what a flight it was. So guys, which of these injury-to-hero stories do you think is the greatest in MLB history? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more baseball action.